Race 5. The first of the Group 1s.
The Inglis Size Produce Stakes, 1,400 metres. And our market's this. Charlie Boy's $21. Champollion is $41. Windjam is $35. Havana's $26. So Man Up, 17. Drago, 81. Overreach, $1.60. 11 Guelph. Villaverde, 11. 26 Scandiva. Shahad, 26. Thump, 35. 10 Florida Fair.
What's doing here?
Look, there's no doubt in the world Overreach's the best filly. She's the best 2-year-old in the land.
Yep.
Over 1,200.
Yep.
Absolutely without doubt. I want to back something to beat her here.
Yep.
She doesn't fit the sort of horse that I want to see backing up in 7 days. She is a whippet. Mm-hmm. Okay, there was nothing left of her second up. There was nothing left of her last time. Or first up. First up, she was wound up. They were going to run her in the Silver Slipper. They didn't. They trialled her. They went into the Riesling, right? They didn't do a great deal with her between the Riesling and the Golden Slipper. Okay, she got every conceivable. She made it herself. She made her own luck, right? I'm not knocking her performance.
No.
She was dominant, right? But she bounced like a greyhound. She got into the perfect run. They got the straight. She just darted up the inside. She exploded away from them. But they were taking a little bit of ground off her late. Like, she didn't run through the line like she did in the Riesling, where she was running away from them still. I just don't want to be on her at 1,400 on a 7-day backup. I reckon this is the sort of $1.60 pot that can get rolled.
Without a doubt.
For that reason, I've gone looking for things to beat them. And I've come up with the Dali 2. Now, Guelph ran 4th in the slipper, beaten 3.4. When I look back at her at the furlong, I thought, you could run 2nd or 3rd here. And I was actually quite surprised to see when she hit the line that she'd actually finished 4th, was my initial reaction. So coming off a 42-day break, I just wonder whether she might have been a fraction soft.
Maybe.
7-day backup, 1,400 metres. I like that.
Like that,
Yeah. And again, they wouldn't have run her unless she was right to go this week. I'm getting double figure odds about her. And also the stablemate comes out of the Bayou. Now, they were probably the C graders on paper.
Yeah.
It is traditionally but a good race going forward.
Yep, it is.
And the thing about his win was Christian Reese said he never once handled the ground.
Okay.
Back onto a firmer surface, I think 1,400 metres again suits. He's got the 1,400 run under his belt, so he'll be strong. I reckon he's got a good turn of foot, this horse, and I reckon he's over the odds at $41. So
Okay.
I could have something small on him. Probably, on a 3-unit investment strategy, I'd be having 2 on Guelph and 1 on him.
That's interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you. I don't want to be on overreach at the price. If you go have a look at the RaceNet stats as well on the Golden Slipper, on our Golden Slipper history, you'll see that the fillies have a terrible record when they back up into the size. Not just the winners, just fillies full stop. The colts are much better at backing up. Gay's very good at backing horses up, but she's only ever backed up and won the size with colts. She's done that 3 times, and the only time she's done it with a filly was Ha Ha, and it ran 3rd. It was on a wet track. I've actually gone for one of Gay's other ones, Shahad. This was a horse that was in the Golden Slipper field, but the owner, Assoluta, his what do they call it? His royalty, his
Excellency.
His Excellency.
Emirates Park.
Emirates Park.
You paid $4 million for that colt yesterday.
Port paid $4 million for that Fastnet colt yesterday, who's going to the Hawkses, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, Hawks Racing. The fact that they've elected to bypass the Golden Slipper and go to a race like this, I think is, 1, a good decision, but also 2, indicative of the fact that there's an air of confidence they can actually win this race. She's out of Shamika, who's a Group 1 winner herself for Gay. The horse has obviously been set for this race. I'm a little bit worried about barrier 11. I know James McDonald got in a bit of strife for getting the horse too far back last start when it was second in the Magic Night. So I'm tipping it might be a little bit closer in the run. I think it's the one that can run out a strong 1,400 metres. And like I said, Gay's got a great record in this race. She's the one that I'll be backing.
All right.
Coolio? Race 6, the BMW Doncaster Prelude over the mile. It's a Group 3 event for 3-year-olds and upwards. It's a big field and a good betting race, I would say.
Class is 15, Sky Rush 16, Havana Race 6, Alma's Fury 750, 18 all legal. 11 Raspberries, 950 beaten up, $5 in favourite Mahasara. And the rest, Jacquinot Bay 15, and the rest are all 21 or better. Oh, you're finding one over that, are you?
Yeah, no, look, I've got 3 bets in this race. Scream Machine and Less Is More. Less Is More, good horse. From all reports, he's come back very well. Have something on him. And Scream Machine, look, I backed Scream Machine last start. I think I may have tipped it on here at about 80 to 1. His run was good. He was back, he was 3 or 4 deep. He was over racing bit. It was in that slowly run Ajax Stakes that Havana Ray won. His run was good. He was getting to the line pretty good. And he'll get more pace on here. Havana Ray will have to come across from barrier 16. Doesn't look to be a heap of pace in the race, but the fact that he's got to get across from 16 should ensure some sort of a tempo. And obviously, Wala Ichi, when it's on song, it can go forward. And the other horse that I'm going to have a peanut on is Illo. Joins the Waller stable, right? He won this race 2 years ago with the horse first up at 151 called My Kingdom of Fife. This horse actually started favourite for this race last year when it was in the Cummings camp.
It was good, wasn't it? We got the bet around him.
We got the bet around him. I'm not saying, I'm not declaring it or anything, but at 100 to 1, I reckon you've got to have something on.
He's a suck.
He's a bit of a suck, but he's now a different trainer, just has a little profile that suggests that he might run a cheeky race here. So for mine, Scream Machine, Less Is More, and just something small on the low.
Look, this is a good race. They will get along here. There's 18 horses in this race. It won't be a loaf job.
And
I think one of the interesting factors will be to see how we go getting 18 horses in the enclosure. Maybe they'll have to open the next one next week when they try and put 20 in for the Doncaster. I found it a really interesting race. I think the 2 horses to beat are Havana Ray and Alma's Fury. They've got the right form lines the whole way through. Havana Ray ran 5th in that Chipping Norton Stakes. You know, the form's frank. Shootout ran well in the George Ryder. Dan Lee ran well in the George Ryder. He then came out and won the Ajax. Mind you, the other 17 jockeys handed it to Schofield on a platter.
Yeah.
Alma's Fury, he ran 6th in that Chipping Norton Stakes, beaten 1.8 when, running home very hard. He then stepped up to 1,900 metres with 58.5 and finished 2.7 behind Julianus. So he fits that sort of 2,000 metre profile coming back to the mile at Randwick.
Yeah.
I'm going with him. I'm not sure if it's still there, but I actually took $9 about him last night with another bookmaker. I just reckon he's flying this horse at the moment, Alma's Fury. I reckon the mile's perfect. I love the jockey change with Bowman jumping aboard. I think he suits his style of horse. $9 each way, I think he's a good bet. As I said, he's absolutely flying this horse. The only little niggling query I've got is his record at Randwick's not super. 7 starts for only 2/3, but I will say I don't think he's ever gone any better than what he's going at the moment. Yeah, so I reckon he could be a sneaky lightweight hope in the Doncaster, this horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Alma's Fury, Scream Machine.
Yeah. Interested to see how class goes. Ran really well in the tramway first up last preparation. I think 1600 serves him better. Niblick's flying, just drawn badly.
Yeah.
Kavanagh horse, his last 2 starts he's won stakes races. Raspberry, she's going well. Beaten Up was an interesting runner.
Beaten Up is an interesting runner, yeah.
Really good race. Really good, interesting race, and there's probably 6 or 7 chances. The only horse I probably couldn't have Zillow. Because I just hate him. I absolutely hate him.
Fair enough, 100 to 1. All right. Race 7, the feature race of the day, the David Jones Australian Derby for the 3-year-olds. Over 2,400 metres. I don't think I need to mention it's a Group 1 event.
Yeah. It's a boring race, isn't it? Every year it's boring.
Wow.
$1.25, it's a done deal. Havastan 17, Philippe's 8, 35 Solemn, Hippopus 15, Bass Straight 101, 41. What's it called? Gerardius. What's it called?
What's this?
Kingdoms is 51.
Hippopus? Oh,
No, Gerontius.
Oh, Gerontius.
Yeah, I just had a mental blank. Kingdom's 51, High Shot 31, Blood Buzz Ohio 201, and they get the members' tickets.
I'll tell you what is a bit of a laugh. The comment was solemn. Beating 8.9, 9.6, 11.5, and a junior struggling for best form.
I'll refer that to Paul Joyce, that you putting shit on him on the show. Well, he is struggling. There's no doubt in the world.
Form, yeah.
Anyway.
You're up there, mate. Sorry.
Oh, look, boring. He'll win. It's a done deal. He's too good. Little query whether he stays. You know, he got the 2400 in the spring. And he didn't run through the line like he ran through the line in Sydney at 2000, but his Sydney form's perfect. You know, pretty close to perfect compared to his Melbourne form. In the spring, he was immature 3-year-old. He had a Sydney campaign and a grand final. Then they went to Melbourne, and he was beaten down there a couple of times. Yeah. This time, he's just stayed in Sydney. He just beat him too easily in the Rosehill Guineas, and he didn't look like he was stopping.
Yep.
I can't tip anything to beat him.
Yep. I'm exactly the same way. If you want to play the multiples, I think Hippopus can run a place, and I actually reckon Solomon can improve back onto a dry track out to the 2400 metres. There you go.
Well, yeah, but he's got to improve massively. He was one of mine.
What price
but
was he? Oh, we've taken over. Don't worry, it's all right.
He's 35. I think you can get you get double figures in the favourite out market. If you want to back him, that's probably, I would suggest, the best way to play. But I don't think he's going any good.
Well, the only reason I suggest it,
mate, he showed nothing. He showed nothing the other day.
He has shown nothing. It's just, look, there's a couple of the jocks were saying they're going to make it a truly run affair. It's a done deal, and if that happens, he might just, the best day in the race, he's probably going to run top 4. And he might be it. But I'm drawing along Bo there. Push on the race, eh?
Yeah, push on the race.